that's going. This is going. All right. All right, I think we're good. All right. We are live, guys. This is Indy Talk with Jesse and Jeryn, featuring recently signed NWA star, member of the Bully brand, and Chicago sweetheart, Missa Kate. How's it going, Missa?
Not bad. What an intro.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to get them all in there. So,
You
yeah.
did good, man. You did better than I would do.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to recently? Just life in general.
Well, the holidays happen, so
Oh,
uh
yeah.
usually my family's not big on holidays. I'll usually spend it in a ring. But this past Christmas my family was actually like, oh, let's be a family. So my family got together, which was cool because it's been a minute since we've all done that.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, yeah, just trying to relax, trying to let the body heal a little bit, getting a little fatter from all the sweet treats and stuff I've been
Hmm.
got to get my ass back in shape for that. But yeah. How are your holidays?
They were really good. This the traditional going to grandma's house and hanging out with aunts and uncles, and that was on Christmas Eve. Not much go. We don't do much for Christmas Day. We just kind of hype up Eve and do all the gifts, and kids go nuts and everything. So yeah.
No,
Uh,
that's always good.
yeah. Oh yeah, before I go into anything else, guys, this morning Jesse unfortunately got the flu, so he had to pass out on or had to skip out on tonight and not pass out. That's probably a horrible way to say it. Yeah. Jesse is fine. He's just got the flu. He's not dying or anything. So and yeah, he wanted a quick comment here on Instagram. Missa, nice to virtually meet you. So there we go. So
We'll meet at some point.
yeah. Yeah, go to more MEW shows, Jesse, or anything else. So yeah.
Yep.
And oh yeah, Facebook here, we got the real Drago says hi guys. So yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Um yeah, let's start from the beginning, just talk about how you got into wrestling or actually watching wrestling first.
so I always joke around and say I have two first matches that I've seen.
Oh,
Um, so my first match that I ever saw was technically John Cena against Kurt Angle, his debut in Chicago, which
oh.
talk about poetry, right? Um,
Yeah.
and the whole ruthless aggression, which again, I'm like, that's what I grew up on was watching ruthless aggression.
Hmm.
But that was the first match I've ever seen technically, and at the time when I was watching it, my grandfather was there and he was blind, so he couldn't see, and he had a foreign accent because he came from Macedonia.
Oh.
So he couldn't. He heard what was going on, and he was like, what are you watching? What do you? No, you're gonna die. You turn that off, or else you're gonna die." And I was like, I don't know how old I was, but I was like 6 or something, and I'm like, well, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
So yeah. But later on, I found out what he meant was he thought I was gonna get an ulcer from watching it. Because again, when he watched it, it was the gorgeous George, like it was the betting, like it was like the kill him, like it was really like they
Oh yeah.
understood entertainment.
Hmm.
So there was that. But then the second first match that I saw was actually in Espanol. Um, so I didn't have cable, and what I would do is on the weekends I would go with my grandmother to church that she worked at, and I would hang out in the Sunday school room where they had a TV. So like I was being babysat.
Hmm.
Um, and I was flipping through the channels, and wrestling came on because Raw would be on in Spanish in the mornings, the recaps.
Oh.
And what I saw was I didn't know anything about the actual drama, like the realistic drama that was going on.
Oh
But
yeah.
the Matt Hardy versus Edge ladder match, loser leaves or winner stays on Raw, loser whatever.
Mhm.
And Lita was with Edge. Now I
Oh.
just remember watching the match, and as I was watching the match, I was like, wow, she's not like scared to get in there with the dudes. I
Mhm.
was like, yeah, she's pretty badass. And she's gorgeous. So I was like, uh, just I guess I related to her in the tomboy aspect. And I've never really seen anybody besides myself hang out or like wrestle with the guys or interact with the guys like in a tomboy way, like how I did in my real life. So seeing that on screen, I was like, oh, I relate to this chick. Like she's really cool. So
Mhm.
instantly, my two favorites were John Cena and Lita. And that's my very long short story.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely great favorites there. So yeah, yeah. And yeah, we had Eddie Sharkey on at the beginning of the year, and he'd always talk about like how like wrestlers are, I mean, a lot more violent back then, and fans were a lot more violent too. So that was probably a great
I was.
transition. So mhm.
Do you listen to William Regal's podcast?
I do not. No, I think I've heard about it, but yeah.
So there was an episode. I can't remember the name of the podcast. Sorry. Um, I think it's called like something gentleman or other.
Mhm.
And so in one of the episodes, he was talking about how in England or or wherever it was that he was wrestling in, that there were older ladies that would bring syringes with whatever in them and try
Mhm.
to stab the wrestlers and
Oh,
like poison them and all this stuff. And I was like, Jesus, it's insane. I'm like, can you imagine these little old ladies like, ah,
yeah. Yeah, it'd be a little
like that
scary.
could be a horror movie. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be interesting to see. So, hmm. Uh, oh, here we go. Bully Brandon, the Instagram comment saying, "Hey," he's saying, "Hey, girl." So, got Bully Brandon in the comments there. Yeah, there you go.
How's it
Um,
going?
yeah.
My
Um,
peeps.
oh, oh, yeah, you can go. Yep.
Uh, yeah, no, I was saying my people.
Oh,
Bully brand.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they've I mean he and well, actually Bully Brand and Dustin have been a really cool part of like a new part of Midwest wrestling since I think he came in, he's either end of last year or early this year, and just kind of met him, and he's doing great things. He's got making stuff for you and a lot of the MEW guys for sure. So
I know I'm
yeah.
excited. He keeps telling me. I'm excited. I want to see what's going on. But like just like the stuff that they do in general. If anybody ever has a conversation with them,
Mhm.
they're amazing people as far as like the rescues and what they put into helping the pibbles, as I like to call them, the little pibbles. Um, but I have like a pit mix myself, so that's where the bond happened, and just want like I said, my people. I understand. We understand each other, and
Mhm.
they do have really cool merch. So anyone who's watching this, like, definitely check it out. So it's really dope.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And oh yeah, looking in the Facebook comments here, I guess yeah, since Jesse wasn't here tonight, Michael is offering if he can join the live and maybe help out for tonight if you're
Yeah,
willing to do that.
I'm down. That's
Okay.
perfect. Bring more.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, they let me where am I sending? Oh, yeah, Instagram. All right, Michael, I'll send it on the Instagram right here. That's the most easiest. All right. And then you got the
You're like a DJ from my perspective because you just keep switching hands.
yeah. Yeah, I'm always wondering how it looks from another perspective because I got a phone on the side here. I got split screen, and then I also got like 9 different tabs open. So I'm like reaching, and I also got in like a counter here. I'm like,
You got like a little bat cave going on.
yeah, yeah. Tried to make it somewhat professional. I know last time I was just kind of had stuff laying around. I'm like, this is the only space I got. I should probably put something up. So we got a trusty green tarp today. So
It works. This is my favorite color.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, you've had a few green gears and it looks pretty cool. So yeah. All right. It looks like Michael's in the waiting room. We get Mr. Michael Pam from Michael's Corner on here and have him help out for tonight. Yeah.
I don't want to shake the because I
Oh yeah, yeah.
was gonna do it on here. I was like, oh, that won't be good.
Yeah. All right. You there, Michael?
Yeah, I'm here.
All
Hello,
right.
Michael.
Yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I am doing good. Thank you for inviting me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jesse couldn't make it to the interview tonight, so
Mm-hmm.
he asked if I could fill in for him,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him I'd be willing to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Okay.
allow it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
we're just
listen,
FaceTime. It's anything she says we gotta do. So
yeah.
yeah.
So I've been wanting to interview you since last year. We met at the MAW show in Eden Prairie, I believe it was,
Okay.
and and I saw you wrestle that day, and um, you did great. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. Every once in a while, if I feel froggy.
yeah. So my question for you is usually like on my I have my own show, Michael's Corner. So basically I ask each wrestler how did they get their start in wrestling, because that's always a good question. So my question to you is, how did you get your start in wrestling?
Um, I'll briefly go over it because Jeryn actually asked me right before you jumped on.
Are you
Okay.
Um,
like training or yeah, start go into like training and how that all happened since we talked about how you got into the just watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
we'll just catch you up quick, Michael. So Lita and John
Oh.
Cena are the reasons why I'm wrestling.
Mhm.
But how I got into wrestling, like physically, actually going and training and pursuing the dream.
Mhm.
I actually had no idea about the independent scene. I thought it was just WWE, and the only way you could get there is to be some kind of athlete. So I was like, for me, my goal was like, okay, go to the Olympics for soccer. I was like, if I do that, they'll have to let me in, right?
Yeah.
um, so I was at my high school one day, and there was a flyer that there was going to be a wrestling show, and called Chicago Style Wrestling.
Mhm.
And I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, there's going to be wrestling here? I was like, that's insane. So I
Mhm.
went, was in the gymnasium. I was like, holy crap. I was like, oh, so WWE's not the only option.
Mhm.
Um, so I didn't immediately jump on training to be a wrestler because at the time I wanted to um, pursue going to school for physical therapy. Like, I've always wanted to be a wrestler, but it was like one of those things. I've had some stuff happen where it kind of like turned me off to wrestling, and then this was finding my love again for it a little bit. As far as like actually wanting to pursue it. And I remember after I got my associates, I was kind of like, you know what? It was one of those things like when they say you got the itch, I needed to scratch it. So I'm just like, all right. After my associates, I took a year off and I just worked and I just trained. As I said, CSW was where I initially trained, and then after that, I now train with Bryce Benjamin. Is who I went with after, and just yeah, I guess here I am now. But it's just the process of going, checking out the school. That was nerve wracking because there weren't any other females, and which again to me, I'm like I grew up around guys, so it didn't really bother me that much, and I'm a tomboy, so I'm like it didn't bother me, but it was definitely like okay, I'm being the only chick in here, no pressure. That means like, but I was also like, all right, well, I don't want them treating me like a girl. It's like no, we're here. I want to be an athlete. I want to be a wrestler. You're gonna treat me like one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and luckily, the close knit little group that was there, um, they when I went to go shadow, they like accepted me right away, and they're like, oh, and we're just talking about my favorites and their favorites and finding out the similarities and like all this fun stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm sold. So that's how I started training there. And yeah, I don't know. It was just it's very interesting. I definitely had to some of the guys, but then once they understood, but some of the guys were very gentle with me and trying to like I'm a porcelain doll, and I'm like, no, I was like, can we like no, I'm like it's fine. And so I think once we started wrestling and they realized how rough I can get, they're like, oh okay, she's fine.
You got this. You got this. And yeah. Yeah, it's just that I have a lot of respect for women's wrestling and where it's going and whatnot. I'm just completely blown away, how it changed over the years. These women work just as hard as the guys do.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with me, Jeryn?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah. Don't take it lightly on the girls, especially within wrestling. You gotta I was oh actually yeah, last night Ken Anderson went live from the academy, and it was a female wrestler versus a male wrestler, and I don't think the male wrestler was holding back at all, and like full leg dropping and like spine busters and everything. So I think yeah, I think yeah, it's definitely great that how you were trained was what am I saying? That was or yeah, how you were trained, and being with the big boys. I think that's definitely really important in getting to know how to wrestle. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. And then definitely transitioning to when I started training with Bryce, he was the same way. He's like, nah, he's was saying how when I say this, it's not disrespectful. He's like, I don't want you wrestling like a girl. I want you wrestling like an athlete, just like a guy. I don't want them coming in here and wrestling like whatever. Like, no, you're going to wrestle like an athlete. So, and that's one of the reasons too, I was happy to transition because I was like, oh, cool. So now I'm like, I don't have to worry about somebody trying to like sugarcoat with me and all this other stuff. Yeah. And then just as you said, like women's wrestling right now, it's definitely as big as it's ever been. There is, unfortunately, like I'd say, some companies and some training facilities where they throw their women out too early into having matches because they are women. And because right now, women's wrestling is so hot, they more so see dollar signs sometimes as opposed to, oh, she needs to learn how to protect herself or like just get
Yeah.
trained properly in
Yeah.
general. And so, and I would even say myself, I technically, May 19th is my debut date, Cane Day. Again, poetry, right? But I was actually supposed to have a match, I think that January or like a month or two prior, and I hid from it because I was like, I'm not ready. I don't want to do that. Like, there's no way because I was only training for, I don't know, I started July of 2017. So do math. I don't know. I'm not good at math. It's only like not even 6 months, I think, until they're like, okay, let's have a first match. And I was like, not yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know it even takes people a while just to even graduate or get on TV at all. I'm like 6 months. That'd be a pretty scary experience. So yeah.
It's intimidating. And again, I'll say it's nothing against anybody else, but I wish I started training with Bryce first because he's very much adamant as far as like, we'll say the people that he's trained. So he's trained Storm Grayson, Davy Bang, August, Kylie Ray, Cora Jade. All of them had a minimum of like 1 to 2 years of training. Well, I'll say 2 to 3 years of training before they could even go out and wrestle. And I was like, oh, I wish I had that because now look at all of them. They hit the ground running. Whereas for me, again, everyone's journey is different, and I appreciate mine. But I feel like I was constantly playing catch up, not mustard. And so always in the back of my head, I think it's something even now where I'm like, I always feel like I'm playing catch up and I got to remind myself like, no, it's okay. Like you're okay. You've been doing this for a couple of years now and you're not like the brand new kid anymore and stuff like that. So, but again, everyone's journey is different and there's a reason for that. And there's a reason why my path was where it is now. Cause now this is where I am talking with you guys.
Yeah. Who were some of your early matches or like first few matches?
So no pressure on these. So my first match ever was Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Third match ever was Thunder Rosa. My second match is somebody she actually no longer wrestles. But Sierra was like another one. Evil Sierra was like another one that was early on in my career. Yeah, so I mean, like, I was again pretty fortunate that I got thrown in with some pretty top of the line known people, and again, shit myself because I wasn't ready for it, but I got through it somehow. And but yeah, so it's just really interesting, especially watching those matches. Sometimes it's hard, like I'll cringe so hard. I'm like, what are you doing? But watching it back's definitely like, okay, this is where you came from, this is where you're going. And Thunder Rosa, I definitely one day would like to have a rematch with her. Just to, I think more so to prove to myself, because at the time, like that match, I was not happy with at all from my part. I think she was misinformed also that she thought that I was, I think she thought that I was further along in my career than I was. So I think there's a little misunderstanding. But yeah, at the same time, I'm like, I would love to have a rematch with her just to be like, hey, I think, I'm not saying I'm at your level, but I'm like, I'm not like a kid anymore. So let's see what we could do. We could have some fun now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Michael.
So, I have a lot of questions to ask you, Mr. Kate. Is what do you think about MAW?
I love it. They've given me a lot of opportunities, and just like the women that I've worked there, it's always nice to wrestle newer people, and that's something that they're adamant about, I believe, where they like having new matchups. They don't like having the same kind of matches the same matches that you
I'm sorry. I'm so glad that you said that because they don't put on the same matches over and over. They always come something with different matches, and that's what the company is all about. Is I don't want to see the same match all the time. I want to see different matches.
And then from like a performer's perspective as well, it's like when you, again, I've said this to like a couple girls that I've wrestled multiple times, and they agree with me. Like, it's nothing personal against each other, but how do you get better if you just keep wrestling the same people? You almost become stagnant. So to get better, you need to wrestle different people. You need to wrestle different styles. You need to learn, I'll say someone like Sandra Moon. She's from Las Vegas or California, I believe, but she's on the West Coast.
Oh yeah.
So wrestling her, and it was cool. Some of the stuff that she would come up with or I would come up with, because I'd be like, oh, I'm not used to that, and she's like, oh, I've seen that, but I've never done, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So that was fun. And then you have someone like Natalia Markova, who I met through NWA before our match, but we didn't really have a lot of interaction. We like tagged once, but we didn't have a lot of interaction. So her style, and she's a hard hitter. She's probably I'm pretty good at like taking chops and stuff, but she's one that I'm like, ooh, she actually gets me. Like, I'm not actually like where I'm like, oh, okay, I feel this one. But yeah, just like her style, and like she likes storytelling, I like storytelling. We did our double cut kick in our match, which again at MAW, which was so much fun, and the owners loved, which made me happy because I was like, cool. And then even Soraya Knight, like it was her birthday, and I think I posted something, and she said like, good job, ladies, and so that was cool. And again, all that happened because of MAW. That none of that stuff would have happened if it wasn't for them.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you think about that that women's title that they created? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
The women's title that they created?
Yeah.
For MAW or?
MAW, yes.
Okay.
What do you mean, as far as like, what are you trying to get at here, Michael?
The championship.
Having a title.
Do you like where it looks? Do you want to be MAW Women's Champion? Because that's a beautiful championship they created.
I would assume so. Maybe
Right?
sometime.
I mean, give me all the belts. I got 2 arms. I could, they're pretty long, so I could. So
Yeah.
I mean, I do appreciate too that it actually looks like a belt, and it doesn't have a freaking butterfly on it. Or,
Oh, yeah.
there's like the most common like belt right now that you could see. It's like a weird eagle or belt or something. And I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, can we just have a belt? Can we just have a belt? It doesn't have to be like custom made for like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, but other than that, I mean, yeah, name a time and place, I'll be there. I'll win it, no problem.
I'm just still laughing because about the butterfly championship. Who the heck wants that?
There are
Dude,
a lot of
I had no idea when that came out. So that's my goal one day too. I want to get the replica belt of the women's championship, like the actual women's championship before, the one that like Lita, Mickie James, Trish Stratus, Victoria, Medusa, like all these women held, because I'm like, that was the women's title to me. Because I'm like, it's gold, it has red, so I guess we'll say red is kind of feminine, sure, whatever. But I was like, no, that's the women's title to me. I always like that one, and I always like the Knockouts title, how it had the white strap. Oof, it's so pretty. So yeah, so I'm like, there's things that you can do to make it different, but you don't gotta slap a goddamn butterfly on it. So it's like, you know what I mean? But seriously, I was just like, when they came out with that crap, I was like, man. Luckily, AJ Lee, like, she had it and she pulled it off, because she has kind of that, I'm a girl, but I'm kind of punkish kind of look. So she was able to pull it off.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she had it the longest, because she definitely, there's some women that held that. And that's the thing too. It's like, you want, to me, any company, you want a belt that's universal to anybody who holds it, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, imagine, can you imagine like China or someone like, oh my god, I can't think of her name right now. This is gonna bother me. But we'll say like somebody that shouldn't have she's blonde, she had her head shaved.
Huh? Sable. Is it Sable?
No, not Sable. She had like the face, like the face paint, like the veins and stuff.
Yeah, she had like a tattoo on her face or some design.
Yeah, I can't think of her name right now, and Luna. There you go.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember Luna holding a damn freaking butterfly championship?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I love companies that they actually make the belts universal for everybody, and to me, it's not sexist also. And I'm like, no, this proves that no, we're athletes. Look at UFC. UFC doesn't have something special for their women's division. No, it's a belt.
Yeah, not a butterfly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's nothing butterfly-like about UFC women for sure. So
no,
yeah,
no, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of going back, I remember that MEW Sandra Moon match, and it's May and Faribault. I was there. I think first time seeing Sandra Moon, great wrestler, and I think you guys definitely took each other to the limit that night. So yeah,
it was fun. I'd wrestle her all the time. She's so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me go into. Oh wait, yeah. So I guess a big thing that happened for you recently, officially getting signed to the NWA. How did that all come about?
So I guess they liked me, so they want me to stay in there. So pretty much, long story short, so Robert Anthony, he is and was like kind of one of my trainers for a little bit. And during that time, I know NWA kept like looking for women, like when the Power came around and stuff like that. And I think he like threw my name around a little bit, and it didn't really stick at the time. And then a pay-per-view happened where Lady Frost unfortunately had to pull out because she was sick. And again, my name was thrown in the hat, and they're like, all right, we'll give you a shot. And, rest is history. So, but yeah, and it's funny, I've had a lot of different changes between that gear to the sweatpants / pajamas that everybody says to what I'm wearing now. It's a journey.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I just saw a bunch of posts, and it was probably Bully Brand that I saw first. Like, oh shoot, Missa Kate's in the NWA now, and making it to the big times. So yeah,
I'm excited. I remember when it happened because I'm always like, man, what am I in trouble for? Like, they pull you into a room and they're like, okay, we gotta talk to you, and I'm like, what did I do now? I was like, I screwed up. I did something wrong. So I'm always starting problems. So they sat me down, and Rob was also in there with Pat. And they just kind of like, he offered it to me, and I was kind of like, it's one of those moments of like, I'm listening to what he's saying, but it's not fully clicking, sort of thing. I'm like, huh, okay, this is happening. Is it happening? Am I like dreaming? Like, what's going on? So it was pretty cool. I definitely I didn't expect, I guess, to have an offer as soon as I did in my career. Because there's some women that they'll wrestle for 10 plus years and not get offered anything. So I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity and that they want to keep me around. So
yeah, definitely.
Excited to kind of mischief I could cause.
There you go. Michael?
Well, I had to say congratulations on you being with NWA. I like their shows and whatnot. They put on some pretty good shows, and so I want to say congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
So my next question is, if it were up to you, Mr. Kate, now that I'm interviewing you, who do you want to face? Who do you want to face next, if given the opportunity?
Well, Miss Sasha Banks is now kind of available, or I'm sorry, Mercedes Monet.
Yeah.
Definitely, I've been a fan of hers for a while. Paige coming back, or Saraya. I gotta see. Everyone changes names in wrestling all the time. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
But Miss Saraya, somebody that I would love to wrestle. It was sad to me when she got injured, and now that she's back, I'm like, okay, maybe there's a chance. You have, I don't know, there's a lot. Ruby Riot and I had a dark match, but again, I'd love to have a one-on-one with her. Just try to go balls to the wall, sort of thing. See outside of AEW, something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of talented women right now on the scene. Not even women, like men. I don't stay in one box. I'm down to wrestle some of the men. Brian Keith is somebody who I keep annoying him, and I'm like, when are you gonna beat me up? I went to Eddie Kingston. I was like, when are you gonna beat me up? So I'm like, Jake something is another one, but definitely somebody on the top of my list for like males is Storm Grayson. We had a little interaction at AEW not that long ago.
Okay.
And he just kind of transcended, like, in the past like year or so, in his wrestling career. And I remember, I forgot what match he had, but I remember watching him, and he came back. I was like, dude, I want to wrestle you one day so bad. I was like, you have no idea. I'm like, you're so good, and you, like, I don't even know if you know. I don't care if you know. I want to wrestle you. So he's somebody that's definitely on the top of my list to wrestle. Beat up.
Well, you know who I also want to see you wrestle against? Oh my God. I'm just being funny.
Mhm.
I would love to see you wrestle against Riley Jackson. Have you heard of him?
Riley Jackson. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
he's blonde, right?
No, he's bald headed. He
He was
was
behind, yeah.
until he shaved his head.
Okay.
He's in
Oh,
the like
okay.
AWF and below zero stuff in the cities. So
Okay.
uh,
Like I said, I'm
yeah.
down. I am down for whoever.
Hmm.
Okay,
Definitely.
all right.
Can I ask why? I'm curious to see why you want. Why do you think we'd be like a little? We'd be funny to
Oh,
watch.
well, because ever since ever since Riley Jackson made his debut, he was, he was. I actually got to interview him for the first time and whatnot. Seems really a nice kid and whatnot. I believe he was just starting out when I interviewed him, and then all of a sudden he changed just like that. He started became arrogant, and I'm telling you, he always got into my face. So,
Hmm.
but
The real reason why you want me to wrestle him is because you want me to mess him up. That's what it comes down to.
yeah,
You're
Kick
trying
his
to put a hit
ass.
out on Mr. Riley.
I know, but
Mhm.
but he's yeah. I just love to see you face him.
For
Mhm.
sure. Hey,
Yeah,
pitch it to a company or something. I'd be down.
I'll
Mhm.
pitch it. I'll pitch it to somebody.
Oh yeah. But yeah. Yeah, the those AEW Dark episodes, I mean, it seems like a lot of people around here are getting an opportunity, which is really cool because WWE really, I mean, there are dark matches, but it's not like on a as big of a platform, and you can't really find like main event or anything where they do stuff. So I think like AEW Dark and how they're doing that is definitely a cool platform to be on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There's so much wrestling right now. It's insane. Like, this is the
Yeah.
most. I always talk to people. I'm like, it's insane how much wrestling. Like, I can't keep up with it. I can only kind of watch the pay-per-views now because
Mm.
between trying to like study stuff and keep up with stuff, sometimes it becomes overwhelming. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm in like a straight study mode unless it's like, all right, I'm wrestling somebody that I'm studying into them sort of thing. I'll try
Mhm.
to like obviously I follow social media and I have like updates and stuff on my phone. So like I'll keep up with what's going on to an extent, but at the
Mhm.
same time I'm like, man, it's crazy how much wrestling there is. It's amazing. And there's so many different types and styles and like you have in Japan, you have their style, you have lucha libre, you have the UK style now, you have storytelling, you have acrobatic style, and so it's
Yeah.
kind of like there's literally something for everybody. So it's really fun to watch. Sometimes a little scary. Oh, and the death I can't watch death matches because I'm just
Me
like,
either. Me
Yeah.
either.
why are you doing
I
this to yourself?
Not that I'm disrespecting it. It's like I just can't. I just can't do it.
Hmm. Yeah. I've seen
I
a
can't.
couple of death. Oh yeah. I've, oh yeah.
Well, I think.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen a couple death matches and Time Bomb Pro Wrestling up in Fargo, North Dakota, and it can get a little rowdy. And they've I haven't seen the ones, but they've some had some no room death matches where they're like throwing glass at each other and thumbtacks. I'm like, I don't know if I could like be in a small space and there's wrestling, throwing each other through glass. That'd be a whole nother step right there. So
I can't
yeah.
do the tubes. Like the tubes, I don't understand. Again, because I went to school. I was very close to getting my bachelor's, and then quarantine put a
Oh yeah.
shut down. So I have to get back into that if I can. I was literally 2 classes away from getting my bachelor's. Isn't that some crap? Uh,
Oh.
Yeah, you need to go
um,
back. You need to go
yeah.
back.
Well, now it sucks because how college work. Well, and I'm not good at online stuff. I'm a very in-person learner, so I could talk and learn that way. Um, But I'm like, I'm worried because after like a certain amount of time, colleges will start adding credits and taking away some of my credits that I've earned and stuff. Like, it's a whole, it's fun. But no, going back to the death matches, like, because I'm a nerd when it comes to certain things, like the mercury in the tubes. I'm like, I can't get past that. I'm like, I'm okay. There's already going on like pollution in our air. I'm not trying to. That with like the what do you call it? I think what traumatized me though was I was watching, I don't know if it was Dark Side of the Ring with David Arquette, I think his name is. Again, I'm not good with names. Where he almost died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I saw
I've seen a little bit of that.
no, I was like, why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, David Arquette, he can be a pretty I think he's done some extreme stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff that people are willing to do. And I think it's another name. I'm not sure if you know him, but Oren Veidt, he's done like so much, and he's got like his whole back scarred up with just cuts. And I'm like, God, why? But
It's
yeah.
like luchas. Luchas love death matches too, so I'll be at lucha shows and their backs are all like, it looks like somebody was just got like a razor and was just like all over them. And I was just like, Jesus Christ.
That's a Jesus.
I mean, you can't see it, so I'm like, it's behind them, but still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not my thing, not my preference.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's why there's so many different options of wrestling now, luckily.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This year, started a feud with Leslie La Muñeca. How did that all start about?
She's just a rookie. You know, I just gotta put her in her place. I gotta let her know she's a rookie. Yeah, staying in the back of the line. This is my time now.
Yeah, that's right.
She'll get there one day. Today ain't that day. As long as I'm here, she ain't gonna. Nope, she ain't going. She's not going too far.
No.
Oh man.
Make her earn her way up. Sure.
Yeah.
No, but she's improving. So her and I will train together sometimes. She's improved a lot since I've known her. So.
Yeah. And Michael, we saw that match MAW August 7th where they locked up, and it was Leslie's MAW debut. So
yeah,
and,
I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, Prairie, I think. Yeah, must have been that. So yeah.
That was that show. I remember that's the one that JTG and I can't remember the person who he was wrestling, but because they had a ring inside the bar in case it rained, because it kept raining on and off that day.
Yeah.
So they had a low boy ring inside the bar, and then they had the big ring outside in the parking lot. And JTG and his whoever he was wrestling, they started in the big ring outside, wrestled, went to the inside ring, wrestled, and then went back outside to the big ring. I was like, this is awesome. I was like a kid.
I actually filmed that match. I forgot who it was.
I believe it was the System, Michael.
The System.
On here again. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lovely System.
Yeah, I'm good with faces when it comes to names. They just don't. They don't always stick, and even if they do, because of wrestling, they change all the time. So I'm like, my brain's like, okay, well, this isn't helping me.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point like maybe I keep up with it too much, and I'm like, I'll just pretend I don't know, and maybe kind of pitch it in. Oh wait, maybe it was the System. Maybe.
No, if you know, you're a fan. No, screw that. You know, you're a fan. Screw anybody else that like makes you feel a kind of way. You're a fan. You know people. Good for you. I wish I knew people like how you did. I wish it stuck in my head. So, yeah, keep that going. You're fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And everybody has a problem to say that I gave you approval.
Yeah. I got approved by Missa Kate, guys. It's all right now. So, yeah.
You're welcome. Stamp of approval.
No. Yeah, with social media and keeping with social media, it's been a lot easier keeping up with all these different places and keeping up with a lot of the Minneapolis promotions and some of the North Dakota stuff, but trying to reach to see like I've been seeing a couple like Chicago wrestling posts or something here and there, trying to keep up with everything. But of course, there's a lot. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chicago's not the only or main wrestling scene anymore. You got
Mm-hmm.
West Coast is like creeping up on everybody. What it's literally the battle of East and West Coast. They're both like, like it's like more talent coming out of everywhere. Florida's starting back up again with more talent, and I'm just like, Midwest is always going to be the best, though. It's always going to be the best.
Speaking of the Midwest, we're dealing with a lot of goddamn snow right now. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
I think, oh my God, when is this gonna end?
But we will have to admit, I will take this past winter over many other winters that we've had. It hasn't been that bad. We have to admit that. You know what I mean? I remember, what was it? I think it was like the year that we're in quarantine also, we had like almost 2 feet of, like, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I could have swore it was almost 2 feet of snow, because I remember stepping in and I was like, it went over my boot. And there's like cars getting stuck, so we had to help. Like, I couldn't even get out of my like parking spot and stuff like that. So I'll take a little snow here and there over having like 1 to 2 feet of snow for a month.
Because right now, because I live in Minneapolis, oh my God, we got like over 12 feet of snow.
Yeah, it's probably not even exaggerated too. It's so much, and clouds are trying to keep up. When it's a little insane just to walk anywhere, and a lot of sidewalks probably aren't plowed. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man. And of course, you got those people that don't really care about wiping the top of their car, so snow's just falling on the front, and it's probably accidents because of that. So, oh shit! Oh no, I just missed a key. Oh shoot! So,
my snow falls on your car.
Oh man, she's the one that's causing accidents, Michael.
I know, my goodness.
Oh man, good old Midwest and the cities. So yeah.
Hey man, you're trying to get to work. You're trying to get to where you're going quick. It's a quick little windshield, driver's side, pass. All right, let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time doing this interview with you. You know.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I'm glad I got this opportunity because I gotta thank Jesse for letting me fill in, you know, because I'm doing a great job.
Thank you, Jesse, for getting sick.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yes, it healed Mr. Cake.
Kate Savage.
Oh
my God.
Jesus, Michael. Oh,
I'm so happy you're so happy. I love watching people laugh. It's awesome.
I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy, you know. I'm having a good time. This is what interviews should be about. It's all about having a good time. And, you know, I have my own show, Michael's Corner. Oh, my God. Everybody's like watching it, you know. Wait till they see this. Wait to see this and maybe post this on my YouTube channel. Oh, it's like, what's Michael's doing now?
There you go.
So
have Michael's Corner Indie Talks. So yeah. But I believe is it February 4th for Raging Pro? You and Leslie are having a title match, right?
We're not having a title match. I'm just gonna take it from her.
Oh, okay. There you
go. There you go.
Oh man. Yeah.
She got lucky. I lost my temper every once in a while. Otherwise, I would have had it last show. But this show, I'm keeping my composure because what's a bigger FU than taking something that somebody loves the most away from them, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I keep seeing like follow the Leslie and just seems like she's defending titles everywhere. So yeah, maybe we need Missa Kate to be a champion of Raging Pro now. So
Yeah,
yeah.
It'll
Mhm.
happen.
yeah. It just takes some time, you know.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I got 2 arms. They're pretty long. We'll just load them up. Let's go.
Yep, and take a photo of it too, and post it all over social media so I can like it.
I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we
So,
might have to clip this and tag Leslie and see what she's got to think about it. So yeah.
oh boy.
Mhm.
I don't care what she has to think. She doesn't have to like it. She doesn't have to comment. She just gotta know.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. She's young, and you know,
She
She just
just
turned
turned
18.
18. Yeah, jeez. I'm like, wow. So
I'm like, congratulations, you're an old lady now.
yeah, yeah. Only. Oh man. Yeah.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
only 38. I'm only 38, so I'm getting up there. Shoot.
Getting up there. Yeah. 40 soon, Michael. Oh man. Midlife crisis for Michael coming soon. No.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
God.
Uh,
That'll be a whole new episode.
a whole nother episode. Michael's birthday for Michael's corner episode.
Yeah.
No,
Michael's in my crisis corner.
Oh
no.
man.
I have to rebrand it. No, no, no. If I get into that, I said no, I'm gonna take a break from everything. Just like I took a break from Twitter, I just lock all my tweets up and I'm taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. Twitter's a scary place. So
Very scary right now.
It's really annoying. I don't think it's scary. It's just very annoying.
I guess
The
yeah.
app
That's
is annoying.
Mhm. Yeah. I think the only positive thing is uh anything independent wrestling, the bigger stuff. I don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know anything Twitter related outside of wrestling. Like I don't know if it's only like a wrestler thing now. I don't know if everybody's like on top of like I don't even know. The only reason why I had that's not true. The original reason why I had a Twitter because I'm a big Justin Bieber fan. So when I was
Oh,
younger, I made which Oprah wrote about. Well, she mentioned my Twitter page in her magazine or whatever. Um, it's called Bieber Heads.
oh jeez. Oh man. Justin Bieber fan.
Oh
There you
man.
go. Huh.
I have a
Yeah.
very good mix of people that I like. It's between like Justin Bieber, Eminem, alternative rock,
Mhm.
punk rock. Not a lot of country, if any. But yeah,
Oh.
very much all over the place.
Mhm. Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, rock and maybe light metal is always go to, and it's always cool when wrestlers incorporate that into theme songs. So yeah. Yeah. Nothing death metal or anything, just kind of rock, but also not like screaming, and unless if it's Kid Rock. I mean, Kid Rock's Kid Rocks, so yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Jeryn, I bet people are commenting on it tonight. Say what Michael's doing on Indy Talk.
yeah. What's Michael doing here? I haven't gotten anything yet, but they're probably thinking that, I think. So,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Mhm.
Well, I'll grab their attention. Shoot, I know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, if anybody from Facebook or Instagram, if you got any questions for Missa Kate, we got her live right now. Anything and everything. So, yeah. Uh, where was I going? Oh yeah. What's a good wrestling story that you have just from being in wrestling?
Oh God. Um. A couple. Like there's bad, there's good, there's in between.
Yeah.
So um. All right. Well, I'll tell this story because I guess the boys know about it. Um. So it's the heroin
Oh,
heroin addict in the hotel
oh,
Oh,
um
goodness.
in
scary.
Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So a company that I worked for, I I don't want to say their name because they shouldn't get shit for this because none of it was their fault. It was just wrong. It was due to the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Pretty much, long story short, there was a guy that was all messed up, and he was following like a couple of the females around, kind of like saying very outlandish, inappropriate things to them. Now they go to the room, lock the door. Now he's still trying to be whatever. Now, mind you, obviously this guy didn't know we're a bunch of wrestlers on the same floor.
Oh,
He's making all this noise. Now the guys are coming out. And again, these are grown ass men wrestlers. Some of them are ex Marines. Some of them
oh,
are, you know, former athletes, all that different stuff, right? And they're like, bro, like, back off, get the hell away, like, go away. Homie's not doing it. So then now he starts getting smart and he starts trying to push and he starts trying to swing. Well, homie went down hard.
oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I would
With a
assume
group of
so.
a bunch of wrestlers, yes.
Mhm.
And at some point, this guy, like, we knew he was on something because he just kept coming and getting back up. And when I say his face was obliterated, he kept,
Oh.
everyone's defending themselves. You know what I mean? It's like this guy coming at us. All of a sudden, and Miss Masha was there, and he got pinned down at some point. She found out he had a knife on him,
Oh,
so took the knife from him. Yeah, took the knife from him, and she confiscated it. Again, this dude gets up, tries going after Masha. Guys aren't gonna allow. I mean, Masha can handle herself. It's Masha, but again, gentlemen, right? They're like, no, you're not messing with the girls. Trying to tell this dude, leave, go away. So cops are called, whatever. And especially at that time, I don't know if it's still the same way. Um, there were not a lot of police officers because of all the stuff like social media and everything going on. So there was a lot less police officers on duty and just allowed to be out. So it took a minute for them to get there. So they got there and they're just kind of like, hey, go to your room, mind your business. Your face is like messed up. And mind you, this guy it got to the point where his head kind of got punted through a window.
Oh no.
Yeah. Again, he deserved it because everyone again was trying to defend themselves, and he was just like, again, he's on stuff, so he's trying to do whatever. So whatever, go to your room, cool. Went to your room, everybody went to their room. Now, this guy's girlfriend comes out of nowhere.
oh,
And is now yelling at the girls, trying to say, oh, this is your fault, you got him in trouble with the cops, and yada yada yada, and all this stuff. And now, because she's out there, now he hears this, now he comes back out. And it's almost like I was going to say round 2, but honestly, it's like 12, 13, 14 at this point. And sure enough, cops get called again. Long story short, the reason why this guy was so amped up, him and his girlfriend actually got into an argument. And yes, they were all, when their hotel room was looked at, they had all kinds of drugs in there. And they got an argument. She kicked him out of the room. So that's where all this started.
wow.
From that to her being like, don't hurt him and all this other crap. So I don't know. That's a story, we'll say, a wrestling story.
Okay.
There are good ones too, but that's just one that I guess like that was the first one that popped in my head.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
you don't think we have to deal with, we got to deal. That's like the stuff like after the show's over and everyone goes to the hotel. Yeah, there's cases where there's a lot of good cases where everyone's like, oh, you guys are wrestlers, it's cool and all this stuff. Everyone's vibing with us.
yeah.
But then there's those outliers that are like, I'm just gonna mess your day up for no reason. I'm gonna ruin your time. But most of the time it's good. That's just like one incident. I haven't really had many like that. Oh well, especially not that extreme.
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, it's always unfortunate how things end up, and drugs don't do them, guys. So Dare
Only
not take drugs. So
weed, only weed. Don't go harder than that.
yeah, that's true.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we had one weed story on here, but it was pretty funny. So anything harder than weed is not good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Michael.
Wow, that was interesting. Um,
I know
Yeah.
where to that one.
yeah, it's like I'm just sitting here just listening.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, so when you're not wrestling, what does Mr. Kate likes to do on her off days when you're not wrestling?
That's a good question. When I'm not wrestling, usually still like it's something wrestling related, like I'm watching tapes or, well, I can't say tapes now because
Yeah.
everything, yeah, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just like studying and stuff like that. But even if it's not wrestling related, like I'll try to, um, I like to do some art. I'm not saying I'm great at it, but you don't need to be great to do art. It's an expression just like wrestling. And I don't know. It's something that I guess I like to do, like paint or draw or something like that. I want to learn how to make gear. That's my New Year's resolution. So that is going to be something that Missa Kate will be working on this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
can I tell you guys what my little New Year's resolution is?
Yeah.
When I was little, I used to like to write in my journal and whatnot. And writing my thoughts and about the day and whatnot. I would love to get back into doing some journaling because
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of experience. I like to write in my journal, like how my day at work is and whatnot. I mean, I still kind of do it, you know, still kind of do it, but I want to do more of
Mm,
journal, possibly write a book.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
nice.
so,
Very therapeutic
um,
journaling.
yes, that's been my goal is to write a book, get it out there so people can know the real me, know what I do and everything, you know.
Yeah.
That's just why I'm taking photos of all these wrestlers because you never know. It could be in my book, you know.
Yeah.
So
Best-selling book, Michael Pam. There you go.
yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
titled Michael's Midlife Crisis Corner.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I'm in
Right.
midlife now. I'm
Wherever
talking about all
Mr.
the good
Kid
times.
said
Mhm.
she
Yeah.
feels, oh my goodness.
Oh man. 40 years of Michael. There you go. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 I couldn't. I was thinking about making resolutions, but I just really. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things I could do. I didn't put too much thought into it, so it's definitely good that you guys thought about yours. So yeah.
I usually don't either, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess the past couple of years have like taught us like, hey, you only live once.
Mm.
So I'm really trying to stay disciplined and stick to certain things, and that's something um, that I want to do. And something that I've been doing since last year also is I'll make a vision board every year. So ironically enough, and you guys get the scoop on this, the vision board that I had last year, I had a contract, like a wrestling contract on it.
Oh,
And sure enough, in 2022, I signed a wrestling contract. So it works, man. It really works.
yeah. 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 Definitely. Um. Oh yeah, I kind of wanted to get into a little name association. So usually we just come up with a few names and I just want to hear what you think about them or first time meeting them or just anything any stories or anything. So yeah, first name we got is Maddie Renkowski.
My girl Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very frenemy relationship, as you can see on NWA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love her, and she hates me. No, I'm just kidding. We love to hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she's someone who her and I like clicked right away. And I wish she lived closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's my roomie.
Mm-hmm.
She gets my, and I get her like dark sense of our weird humor that we have. And we're not like, a lot of stuff is we'll say very touchy, and so her and I understand that any jokes or like how we talk or whatever is never vicious. It's just like we haven't, I'm trying to get at, like, it's nothing ever bad, or just like our dark sense of humor and stuff like that. So
Oh.
but yeah, she's really, I'll ask her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
like beat her up.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Like beat me up too.
Mm-hmm. Is it like Dave Chappelle dark humor, or like anything like that, or just dark humor in general, or
Um, yeah, I think just in general. Yes, Dave Chappelle, but also like yeah, just kind of any humor in general. It's like I don't know. I guess because her and I are around the same age, and we, I guess, grew up, I think, watching similar things. I'm not sure, but again, based off of our humor and like the stupid crap that we say, it's
oh,
just she's the Texas version, I'm the Chicago version.
oh yeah, there you go. Uh, Evil Sierra.
My girl, Evil, wrestled so many damn times. I don't even know how many times. Very talented and underrated, and I'm happy that she's finally getting out there and her name's getting known more. And I think 2023 is going to be a great year for her. She's definitely getting in like best shape of her life. She's really strapping down, and on top of that, she's going to school full time, which is insane. And
Wow.
she's definitely, yeah, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Shelly Benson.
Shelly Bombshell, my bombshell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my little model. Yeah, another one. She's kind of newer to the wrestling scene, and again, love her to death. Um, I'm very fortunate. I have like a group of like little, like, I want to say little girls, but like a group of girls that I could like depend on in the wrestling community and stuff like that. Shelly's definitely one of them, and her and I bonded really quick. Another one too, another kind of twisted sense of humor. And yeah, she's just very entertaining. Her and I, when she talks about wrestling, her and I are very much into the storytelling and the characters and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, and every now and then, like, her and I will get in a ring and I'll try helping her out with certain things for wrestling, and then she teaches me how to be a girl, so it kind of balances out.
Yeah, there you go. Uh, uh, Heather Reckless.
Another one. She 2023. If she does not get signed somewhere, I will be very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
She's very talented, and I feel like definitely in the past year, we've seen her come into her own, and she's someone who has such a loud personality in the ring for a very tiny woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she's nuts. The stuff that she's willing to do, I'm like, you're insane, girl. I love you. Like, she's, yeah, another one. Like, another one. But yeah,
Yeah.
she's another one that just, this is gonna be a good year for her. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Uh, R.J. Wilkins,
RJ Wilkins.
MAW referee.
Oh, RJ, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, I don't know any wrestlers named RJ.
No, no, yeah. This is a referee one. Yeah. Let's
Love
switch it.
me some RJ.
Mm-hmm.
Love me some RJ. Anytime I see him, he's like, "You're here." I'm like, "You're here, yeah." So cool. So there's a lot of like really, and that's something that's very not talked about is the referees in matches. So like, say over here, Perch is somebody who is a great referee. Everyone, we're talking about us wrestlers want to get together and kind of band together to be like, hey, look at these refs and stuff that have been putting in just as much work as we have as wrestlers. And again, the refs are just as big as part of the match as we are. So if they look bad, we look bad. Vice versa. If we look bad, they look bad. So everything's a teamwork effort. And yeah, RJ's another one. He's always love having him as a ref.
Yeah, like anybody who knows RJ Wilkins, what a great guy he is. I interviewed him, and I could tell you flat out, one of the nicest guys that you'll ever meet on the wrestling community and on the wrestling scene. So,
and he's someone too. I love a good ref that I could play off of, and him and I could play off of each other very well. And I think that's why he's another one too, where I feel like again refs are very underutilized, and a lot of wrestlers are like, oh yeah, just be there and do your job. I'm like, no, they're a big part of the story too. Like you can use them, and that's what they're there for. They want to be part of the story. This is their job. They want to, they just partake in this as much as we do. So, and that's something that RJ understands, and RJ wants to. He's always offering like, hey, do you need me for anything? Stuff like that. And he knows when I come around, there's always some kind of ref bump probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's or like now it's cool. Like refs are like, oh, are you spitting gum into my hand now? Or like,
yeah, I've been seeing that a few times. I'm like, don't fall for it, RJ. So,
oh my God. Can I tell you guys a quick funny story? And I'll be quick about this. Oh my God. I always sit at front row at wrestling shows and whatnot. This was last summer, or actually, 2 years ago, 2 summers ago. I was at a wrestling show, MIW shows in like Chanhassen in the summertime. And I think it was P.D. Brown versus Ryan Cruz. I was sitting right in the front row. P.D. Brown kind of knocked Ryan Cruz, and Ryan Cruz fell on me, and every crowd was just started laughing. He just falls right on me. Everybody was just laughing.
Nice. I will let you know I'm not sorry. My phone's like dying, so if I just randomly disappear, that's why.
Luckily, my phone's in the charger, so it won't die on me, because not especially on a live stream. So.
Yeah. We just have a few more questions after too. Michael, you want to go with one more?
Yeah. What? Yeah. My last question. Are we just doing a name game or still or?
I mean, well, how much battery do you have, Kate?
Honestly, 11%.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we could work off that for a bit.
My phone's like old, ancient, so like the battery goes so quick.
Yeah. Give a few more names, Michael, and then we can get into some.
Okay. I don't know if she knows this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What do you think about Leslie?
Leslie?
Yeah.
Leslie Lamudieka?
Yes.
Leslie?
Yep.
She aight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. She's not on Kate's standards, Michael. So.
No one's on my standard. Nobody can reach my standard. I'm on an island level all on my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Oh, oh,
Um, I don't know if she knows this. Lena Solana.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Have you heard of her?
Uh, I think you faced her at Rumble at Roma, I believe, and Will Ernie, Minnesota, Academy wrestler.
Elena. Oh shit. Okay, yes. See,
Yeah,
bad with names, go with faces.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's so sweet. She's so freaking sweet. I saw her at an Ironheart show, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Um, and yeah, you could tell she wants to learn, she wants to get better and stuff like that. And um,
Mhm.
you know, there's like certain people where I'm like, oh, I feel like a mama bear too, and she's one of them. Where I'm like, oh, come here, we're like, we can make it. You're doing good. We got this. So she's
Yeah.
awesome. If she stays on the right path and all that stuff, you're gonna see a lot of her.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Should we go with one more name, Michael?
Um, why don't you go with this one, Jerry?
Go with one. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, oh yeah. Queen Bee, Brooke Valentine.
Her and I, every time we get in the ring, like again, storytelling. Her and I had a match at Women's Wrestling Army.
Mhm.
It was their second singles match,
Oh.
and again, every time it's just one of those things. Her and I have a chemistry where we're just like, whether it's like figuring out a match or stuff that we want to do or have fun or all that stuff, and we're just always like, oh, and it's kind of like it's easy with her. So
Yeah.
she's someone too that she has a presence, and I don't know. There's a lot like how we keep saying. There's a lot of talented women right now on the wrestling scene.
Hmm.
Again, she's another one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then yeah, I'll go with one final question here. Let's talk about future shows that you'll be on, just anywhere and everywhere.
Sure. So, um, coming up. Oh god, I will be on another Reagan Pro show coming up. Um, Ironheart is in 2 weeks, and then, but I will say next weekend I will be wrestling Miss Kylan King at New
Huh.
Wave Pro. So if
Oh.
you're in the Illinois area, Midwest area, I think you want to go check that out. I don't like if I were you, I would. Um,
Hmm.
her and I have had a little interaction here and there in the ring,
Hmm.
but we have yet to have a singles match. So she's another one that I'm like, that we could all see she's blown up in the past like year or so. She's everywhere, and she deserves it because she's so freaking talented and how she thinks about things and um, her motivation for this. And when you hear the like when people say workhorse, she's someone who is a workhorse in this business. So I'm very excited to wrestle her. Very excited to beat her up. But
Hmm.
no, it's yeah. So that's I guess something to look forward to. And then on top of that, I will also be at Grandel Wrestling. It is yet to be announced who my opponent is or what I will be doing there, but that's something I'm excited for. And since they've come around, I've been wanting to work with them, so it was really neat when they reached out to me, and now I'm getting the opportunity. So I'm really excited, and that'll be in March. I'm not sure on the date yet, but I did post it on my Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, 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 definitely. And on Facebook here, APW owner Pete King is interested in getting Missa Kate on the show, so I might have to hop on that, Pete. So yeah,
Throw me dates. We'll figure it out.
okay. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was awesome talking to you, Kate. Just getting to know your story, and yeah, I saw you around MEW shows. I'm like, it's definitely thought it was definitely someone to get to know, and just how you got into wrestling, and of course, Lita, John Cena, can't go wrong with that. So yeah.
Right? It's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, it was a pleasure getting a chance to interview you as well because I've been wanting to interview you since last year, so,
Mhm.
so
Well, thank
glad
you
I
guys
got,
both. It was awesome. I appreciate you guys.
yeah,
I know.
I'm
I
glad I
remember.
got the opportunity.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pleasure is all yours. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, it's one
I'm
of
just
these.
kidding.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
No. But no, thank you guys. This was fun. I appreciate it. And then I apologize to Senor Sicko who couldn't make it today. But well,
Yeah.
he'll he'll come around. We'll have another one.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure Jesse will
And
watch this back too and do some
and
homeworks.
and Mr. K, I gotta have you on Michael's corner too, because I gotta show myself too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, hit me up. We'll figure out dates and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, thanks, Miss Cade, and thank you fans for joining in live. And yeah, well actually we got one more show tonight. We got Derek Stone if anybody wants to join into that. So but
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, thank you, Miss Cade. And yeah, well hopefully I mean probably see you at more MAW shows if you ever do more of that. So
For sure.
yeah.
I think we're trying to figure out dates right now. We have a lot of conflicting ones.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. So once those get figured out, definitely. And we did good because I'm at 5% now, so we just made it.
Yeah, your timing. So yeah.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you. Appreciate it. And have fun with your other interview. Have a good weekend. And if you don't like me, you could either kiss my ass or bite me.
Ah!
There you go. Yeah.
I'll see
Oh
you guys.
man.
Thank you.
All right. Have a nice night, Missa.
You
And
too. I'll see you guys.
yeah.
Bye.
All right. And fans, we are signing out now. So
Yep. Yep.
what all right.